Let's take a quick look at the JBL Reflect Flows after 1.5 years of almost daily usage. On this channel, I bring you honest product reviews and tech tutorials. So if you're interested in learning more about that, consider subscribing. I'm going to go over the pros and the cons of these headphones after 1.5 years of almost daily usage. Let's start with the pros. You have 10 hours of audio time with the headphones and another 20 hours in the case. That's why it's a slightly bigger case, because you have housing a bigger battery. On the back you have a charging indicator telling you how much battery life is left on the case, and a micro USB charging port, which is pretty easy to use. I know some micro USB charging ports are kind of hard to work with. You have to have the cable at an exact angle for it to insert. With these, that's not really the case. You have very easy to grab onto headphones in here. They're easy to grab and take out because this protrudes a bit, or rather quite significantly. Like I said, the headphones are also a bit bigger because of that bigger battery in there. The housing for it is magnetic. You have these 3 holes here and 3 tabs in the case. So you just drop it in, it aligns itself and starts charging on its own. You don't really have to worry about setting it right. The audio quality is pretty amazing. You have pretty rich bass. JBL in general, the brand, has a big focus on bass, so that's what kind of these are focused on as well. They give you very rich bass, but also the other vocals and treble is also very rich. I'm very happy with the sound quality. They do have sound isolation. They are not sound cancelling, but they do isolate because of these tips. You have to find the right fitment for your ears. Once you do, they kind of create a seal between your ear canal and the outside, which kind of isolates you from the noise. If you want to talk to someone, you just hit the button on your left headphone. That'll put it in ambient awareness mode. And then there's microphones on both headphones, and they'll be used then to amplify the sound around you into your ears. It acts kind of like a hearing aid. And there's 2 modes. One which almost completely mutes the music you're listening to, and then if you hit the button again, you'll hear your music. It'll kind of boost the volume of your music, but still give you kind of like a hearing aid effect at the same time. So you can kind of have both at the same time. Then you hit the button again and it'll turn off the microphones and boost your volume up to full again. Those are the 2 buttons. If you double tap the button on the left headphone, that'll skip to the next song. And then double tapping on the right headphone will activate your voice assistant on your phone, whichever one you have set as the default. And single tapping is pause and play. Now, these headphones have been dropped on dirt and leaves, on concrete, just about anything, and there's no really visible signs of wear on them at all. They're very durable. They also have an IPX7 rating, so you can't submerge them in a little water. They're definitely splash resistant, so that's something you don't have to worry about at all. So now let's go over some cons. Just little issues that I've had with these over time. I often go to charge these and I've put them in and they just don't start charging, and I have to wiggle them around a bit to get them to start charging. I don't really see this happening to other people. I think it's just a one-time kind of case. That just happens to be my headphones that have the problem. Also then, if you close the case and maybe you have it sitting in a jacket pocket and it moves around a bit, it seems like the headphones come unaligned from the pins. and then they're just sitting there not charging. And sometimes I also go to take them out of the case and they won't automatically turn on like they're supposed to. Usually you take these both out, they turn on at the same time, connect to each other first and then to your phone. Sometimes I find them not turning on and then I have to turn them on myself. Kind of a minor inconvenience, but it doesn't happen very often. And also something that occasionally happens. They sometimes do get loose if you're moving around a lot, so if you intend to use these for some like jogging, you might find yourself having to occasionally readjust them or tighten them up because they do get loose with a lot of movement. If they fall, that's something you don't really have to worry about because they are very durable. Like I said, these have fallen on me a lot, and even on pavement and concrete, and they're still holding up perfectly fine. The buttons are, this whole part here is rubber, and the buttons are very responsive. You can hear and feel a click when you press the button, so you get a good feedback telling you actually press the button. This around here is plastic. Under here, these headphones, these specific ones, are right underneath the rubber. That's all plastic, but this part is nice that it's rubber, and it gives you that nice click button feedback. And that's really it. Not much else to cover about these headphones. They charge very quickly as well. Maybe about half an hour should charge the whole case. I don't have the exact time, but that's my rough estimate. I would definitely recommend these. The sound quality is very nice, very rich bass. For someone who likes bass like I do, I would definitely recommend these. They're very focused on that bass, like the JBL brand in general is. And yeah, that's really all there is to it. If you want to learn more about tech, see more honest product reviews of stuff that's actually been used, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.